I said,
mine's better, but
I was really poor. I was writing a book. I was bedraggled, and I asked her if she would, after a few haircuts, I asked her, would you be willing to do an exchange with me? And God bless her heart, because she just said yes. And she gave me like 4 haircuts for an exchange for the painting. And she didn't really know what I was saying. I said, I'm an intuitive, I get information, I paint it, and then it comes into your field, and then it changes things. But really what I do is I paint you, and you become more of you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's, I bet you know that with hair cutting, you make somebody more of themselves. That's when they really get beautiful. So that piece is a trip, and I gave it to her, and I thought she hated it. I really did. And I was staggered. And she says light shining through, but it was like some kind of big cat energy, and it brought light in on consensus reality, if that makes sense to you. It's like the sludge of, and then, but this consensus reality, it was quite beautiful, and then there's these turquoise eyes that come through it, but it just, I don't know, it just brings in light. Okay, so I had to get a haircut, and I knew she was here, and I was going to face her, and I didn't think she liked me. And then she said, because she didn't like the painting, it was a lot of work for her to not like the painting. And she was just like, oh, Chrisann, there you are. So that was very interesting to me to find out that she did like the painting, because it was 3 years. I didn't know. And I felt badly. Now I've just got to get more courageous, really. So then I said, can we do another exchange? And that was like a no. So, because now she's with all of this whole company. And then Rocio comes in, and they're talking, and she's just like the magic hands that are making things work. It's just so kind, what they've done. And I had, I work alone, so I got a chance to see what it's like to see how a group works together in a loving way. Rocio talked to the owners, and I made a proposal, and it was accepted, and I got to do a painting. And this was faster than I normally do a painting, and I was scared because I've mainly just been writing for the last 10 years. And so this is kind of a medieval approach to painting. It isn't, like, I could have done it in many different styles, but this is how this one turned out, and I'm not quite sure why. Except that it was safe, because it's very illustrative. What should I do? Put it up here?
do you want somebody to hold it? Or
Well, we should have it, I hate to, it's still wet.
oh wow, pretty colors. Wow.
Okay. What I thought, when I went into meditation, I was going to do a fire meditation today for all of us, but I don't think we have that much time. Or do you want? Do you want to do the fire meditation?
How much time do you need?
I could do that in 3 minutes. Just Okay.
I think we'd love it. Thank you.
Okay, that'd be great. Okay. Oh wow.
If you're allowed to do it, do it.
So, shut your eyes, and so see around you as a whole being, a kind of a plasma crystalline light field of rainbowy white light all around you, below you, above you, 3 feet all around you. And just It goes into your DNA, it goes into your bones, it goes into your skin, it goes into your etheric field around your prana field, around your body. You just feel the rainbowiness of it. And then about 3 feet under that, and 3 feet around that, and 10, 12 feet above that, make sure you get it under your feet, is a sapphire blue fire shooting all around you. And it's fire, but it's cool. It's just velvety blue, thick and wiggly. And it's divine powers, divine protection, and discernment. And then around that, out on the outside of that, go ahead and put a rose fire tube of light from under your feet and around you and all around you and up way above you. Because the rose color is how the whole universe of love connects to each other. Okay. Open your eyes when you're ready. So, when I went into meditation on this one, I kept getting brotherhood and sisterhood. And I did a painting in early 2000 where it was from crisis to ISIS. And I'm not talking about the debacle that's happening on this planet right now. I'm talking about the divine female Christ energy. Crisis to ISIS. And the last part of this one scene, I can show people later on my computer because I brought it, is it goes into the brotherhood and sisterhood. And I thought then, we really don't, we really don't know how to have good relationships between men and women until we know what a brotherhood and sisterhood is. That's what I thought. Okay, fast forward, I guess it's now 16 years later. And, oh yeah, so it was these two colors that came in, but it was two pi signs kind of dancing together. So, okay, so this is about the brotherhood and the sisterhood in one heart. And if you look at that, it looks like the caduceus. You know what the caduceus is? It's the snake thing. Except in this case, they're not facing each other. They're looking at the same thing together. And it occurred to me that to handle, this is still the same theme that I'd gotten in 2000, to handle the true male-female energy, how powerful it is, we have to be friends first. And then I was even thinking, the brotherhood, like we've had brotherhoods on this planet. We talk about brotherhood, but we don't talk about sisterhood that much. So my impression is that everything the brotherhood has learned about agape, which embraces a universal, unconditional love that transcends and serves regardless of circumstances. It comes completely into the female now. I mean, we got separated. The female got separated from each other as sisters in many ways. But now we're doing that. I mean, it couldn't be more poignant about considering what just happened in Washington, all over the country, all over the world. So, okay, and then the other, okay, so I'm going to just jump through this because I haven't put it together. I haven't written it out. The other thing about this is that she is like the earth and he is the water. So there's a primordial aspect into this. And they're dragons, and dragons according to myth, dragons left the planet a long time ago, and the swans came in and took their place. But these guys are dragons, and they also look like seahorses. And I was thinking seahorses, that's sea and horse, on land and earth, on land and water. So, you know, I paint these, and then I figure out what they're about. Okay, when I first saw this, I knew this was about the brotherhood and the sisterhood, and I also knew that these circles right here, coming out from the heart, Palo Alto is a hub for the whole world. New things are being made here. And I don't know if you want to take it on, but my impression is that you guys are radiating, and this will accent it more, a sisterhood and a brotherhood, because it's the same thing all over. And I saw at one point in my asthma come through, and it got stopped by the circles. So I think you got it, because I think that the computer creation isn't where it needs to be, because it's not balanced within the energy system. So it's a remedy. On top of everything, it's a remedy. And so then quickly, so as the caduceus, they're looking at things together, because the brotherhood and the sisterhood is all life on the whole planet. It's how we care for everybody. So, but then this comes up, and then this netting kept coming in, so I finally painted it, because it was just like, how do I make netting? And it's like it catches star light consciousness, and then brings it into the etheric field. And the way these work is, if you look at this, if this goes up here, and you look at it, it will start it'll come into your etheric field, and you'll start having conversations with it, with the energy of it. And in fact, I pull myself out now, and I pull myself completely out of this, and your dimensions go into it. And so this comes down into the body. And the other thing that's really interesting, I notice how this kind of looks like a tooth root. The teeth are where the etheric comes into the physical. And obviously I didn't, or maybe it's not obvious, I didn't try to make that happen. So what I got is each one of these symbols. Okay, so you all kind of know this, I'm sure. You know that when you want something, it's right with you. You may not know how to let it come in, but it's here. And that's what these are. These are kind of, I see them as crystalline conscious symbols that come in when we're sincere, when we need something. And so this, from my perspective, this is going to brighten. It's going to have its own consciousness that brightens your consciousness. It's already bright, I know, but it's even more of a nurturance toward these levels. And oh yeah, and then this looks like a cook's hat. They just pop in, and I could have kept, I could have been painting on this for 2 years, and things just keep coming. So I got the feeling on this that it's a portal out of the third dimension. And when the brotherhood, when the male and female energies, it could be in any category, art or relationships, or I'm not, making a creation form of any kind, technology. When they go into balance, like the caduceus is the involutionary and evolutionary energy. It's the DNA. It's DNA of consciousness. But when these two go into balance, you can find this in any sacred system. There's a portal they go through, the male and the female aspect that they go through, and then have access to all the dimensions, or however, I don't know how it works exactly. once you get on the other side of the portal. But this is almost like a fifth dimensional portal where you go up. And my impression is that we're supposed to now be living, like all the higher dimensions are coming into the body now. So, and all you guys know this. I mean, I keep thinking, when you have customers come and then one leaves and another one comes, it's like the energy must be so different when they're sitting in your chair. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Completely.
So you like wake up to what that is more and more. So, so it's been a pleasure to do this with people who are awake etherically, and there's gifts in this that open up the air. That's all I can say now. Yeah. Okay.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Yeah. Okay.
Chrisann.
Are there any questions?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Any questions? Mika?
So this painting is about us.
It's for you. It's about you, and it's with you. Does that answer it?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was about us or.
Yeah, it really is. It's about the sisterhood and the brotherhood, and you guys are kind of like what I got is you're already doing it, and this is in part an acknowledgement of who you are, and it's an amplifier, and perhaps an accelerator.
What is ether really? Well, you were saying that word a lot.
Etheric.
Yeah.
Well, you know how we have our physical body, and then we have an idea, different people have an idea, or they don't, or they discount it, a spirit. But etheric is kind of, it seems, this is how I describe it, is the membrane between the physical and the cosmos. Yeah, it could be aura. You know, a lot of times when you nurse a baby, the baby's getting more from your prana field than they are from your, they're getting as much from the prana field as they are from the milk, or maybe more in some cases. So that's why, so it's that field around your body. You have one.
Everybody has one.
What?
Everybody has one.
Everybody has one. I know, but I'm just like, look at how you help her use it.
We have time for one more. We have time for one more question. Go ahead, Michaela.
So, did you come into Jute and have an experience and feel our energy here and like meditate on that, or did you just meditate on Jute?
What I do is I'm at home and I go, what? What? And then I start seeing stuff.
Had you been into that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've been coming to this building for a long time.
Oh, okay.
For Jute and the people before, and
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you, Chrisann. So you guys, this is a gift that David agreed to providing for us, and it's meant to stay in our location for a while. It may travel to other locations too. We're going to kind of see where that goes. We're going to share the video that Sean just made with David, and because the intention originally was to have Chrisann join us for Summit and give the gift of this painting that is about us and a gift for light and love in our location. That Chrisann sort of, saw, presented to me, like I said, I connected with David, and he agreed to doing this painting as a gift for us, for the sisterhood and brotherhood and all those lovely things that you said. So thank you so much for doing this for us.
Yeah, and thank you. Thank you.